How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to another video on the channel, and we have a new OCG ban list. Before we begin, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you are new as always, and somebody is getting the hammer, and her name is Telemans Kid Kalos. Finally, the TCG decides to eliminate that strategy altogether. That's pretty insane. We've seen some significant limitations in the last ban list. We saw Brave getting hit, Griffin going to 0. We saw some Flunder hits. We saw a lot of Sprite hits in the last OCG list. But now we're seeing Kid Kalos gone. And with the other limitations that are already in place, like the Field Spell to 1, Havness is already to 1, and 2 other significant ones in this list, I believe it's safe to say that the deck is dead. Shufflers, I think Keldo is at 1 as well. Maybe Agido too. And the other one, of course, is the Barrier Statue of the Stormwind, which is pretty crazy. I think Fluindree's had the map at 1 in the OCG for a while now, but I believe they want to continue on from that strategy as well, sort of do like a board wipe, and I really hope that happens in the TCG. We are already in the long format. It's not that bad, to be honest. I'm kind of enjoying it, but I think at the end of the day, we're going to have to move on to make way to some new strategies. One card that is coming off the list is actually Ancient Fairy Dragon, and it's getting an errata. Not only that it's getting a hard once per turn, it's also getting a change to the effect where you can search for a field spell with a different name than the field spells destroyed by this effect. So it actually changes the card effect a little bit. You have to play it a little more strategically, and it's not as consistent as just searching any field spell. And I believe that, you know, things like Draco Slayer can actually play this pretty well because they can run like up to 3 field spells with different names. But it's really interesting to see this card come out of the ban list, and maybe Konami does that as well. It's interesting to think about, like, why is this is such an iconic card that obviously, like, you would want people to play this to some capacity and to have it like be a good card as well. Ancient Fairy Dragon coming off the list. Limitations. Look at this. Kashtira Fenrir, Kashtira Unicorn, Sheeran, Rhinoheart. We got Ptolemaeus actually going from 0 to 1, similarly to the OCG, to the TCG, sorry. We have Bestial Magnamut. We have Steam the Cloak to 1. We have Change of Heart, of course. We have seen that recently. We have the new Kashtira Field Spell going to 1 very, very quickly after being released in Photon Hypernova. And Branded Fusion to 1. I don't know about Branded Fusion, to be honest. I think it's been at 3 and opening is at 2, I believe, or it was maybe at 2. I don't remember the exact number. But it seems like preemptive to a deck that is obviously good. I think Fenrir Unicorn is just like a very significant hit, I think, to the strategy. You have still the Papyrus spell that can search. You still have the Birth, but these are 2 of the 3 names at 1. You need to rely on many more level 7s now, and maybe play the other, you know, the Kashtira Scareclaw and the Kashtira Telemans a little bit more. But Shiren and Rhino to 1. It's basically all the names besides Merly to 1. Field Spell to 1. Kid Kalos is banned, and I think the deck is finally dead. I think Ishizu stuff is already. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe there is a way to play this with like this at 1, this at 1, this at 1, this at 1, and then like Kashtira Telemans at 3. But it seems like they want to kill it. This is a very significant hit. Magnamut, I mean, sure. The bestial cards are absolutely fucking insane. We have Ptolemaeus, which is sort of like a counter to that. So just like adding the fuel to the fire. Steam the Cloak, I guess. Change of Heart could have gone to 3, to be honest. The field spell is fine, and Branded Fusion to 1 is a little bit weird. Let's see the semi-limited list. So we have Galatea actually going from 1 to 2, kind of like to give a boost to the strategy. We have Swap Frog coming off the limited list to give Sprite a little bit more of breathing room. Kagari going to 2, which is kind of crazy. Finally, Kagari is a 2. And they have engage a 2 as well, I believe. Is that possible? So much fun, striker players. Yada going to 2, Right of Aramesir going to 2. Again, with Griffin banned, there's no real reason why to leave it there. We have some Infernity cards, I believe. I don't really remember. Foolish Goods going to do. Raigeki actually going from 3 to 2. So they're kind of reverting back on that. And we have the Trickster Field Spell going to 2 as well. Interesting to give a little bit more breathing room here for Sprite and Sky Striker. Galatea being limited is weird. Like this card, I don't know. Is Harp Horror banned in the OCG? Let me know in the comments below. Raigeki is cool. Right of Ramsey here, like, you know, they don't play it without the Griffin. It's super weird. And we have ABC. We have the Double Iris to 3. We have the Enchantress, of course, to 3. We have the Torn Scales and the Scarlet Sanguine going to 3. I don't think any of these actually do something. I believe like everything here is a 3 in the TCG. It does absolutely nothing. But I think the big ones are definitely like the limits. Similar to the last list, it was an absolute slaughter. It was actually insane. Ancient Fairy Dragon, super cool to see. And of course, 2 important life-ending hits to 2 archetypes that we are very tired to see in our tournament tables. I think this is a very good direction, and I really hope that TCG does something similar, hopefully. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below, what do you thought about this list? Are you hoping this maybe happens in the TCG? We'll see when Photon Hypernova actually comes out. We'll see what can actually happen. Thank you so much for watching as always. Leave a thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.